All right, hey guys, we're back for another episode of Reliance Real Estate Radio, right?
Whoop, whoop.
Okay. Don't mistake movement for achievement, episode 31. Getting up there in episodes. The great Jim Rohn once said, don't mistake movement for achievement. It's easy to get faked out by being busy, right? The question is, busy doing what?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we all use the word busy. It's a busy day. I have a very busy schedule.
Mhm.
When asked by your family, spouse, or even your boss how your day is, you say you're busy. So, what does that actually mean?
Yeah, good question. I mean, we can break down the millions, maybe thousands, maybe a lot more than that, depending on what you're doing in your day. But we can break those down and which of those things actually mattered, which of them serve us, which of them didn't, right? What are the tasks and the things that are good for you and your business? Were they time suckers? Were they time wasters?
Yeah, I mean, those busy tasks where you're actually doing something productive. Uh, how much time did you spend doing the things that bring you the most results? If you're in sales, how long did you talk with your prospects? What's the one thing you could do such that by doing it, everything else will be easy or unnecessary?
Wow, that's a good quote from the book, The One Thing. And if you haven't read
Yeah.
it, I suggest reading it. It's a really neat book.
Yep, good book, and it's an easy read.
Yeah, and you can apply it to all the different facets of your life. So it's really cool.
Yep.
So yeah, these days everyone is busy, but many are not actually very productive. Um, we're just wasting time, kind of finding to the next exciting part of our life, biding time, right?
Yeah.
Walk into any office and you'll see people on the phone, shuffling papers, in meetings, talking business, standing by the water cooler. Everyone's busy, right? Doing something, running around. But busyness does not always equal productivity.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, busyness is the consumption of time through an activity. I mean, any activity. On the other hand, productivity is moving things forward toward a desired endpoint, right? Goals.
Mhm. Yeah.
A plan or a goal that is measurable. Schedule or time blocking specific time to ensure you can obtain the desired outcome is key to consuming and using your time properly and efficiently. I mean, this is something that Elon Musk does. He runs three companies: SpaceX, Tesla, and the Boring Company. And people always ask him, like, how do you do that? And he does it through his time blocking. And he literally time blocks 5 minutes every hour. So whatever, however, I can't math today, but however 5 minutes are in 60 minutes, um, he has one task for that 5 minutes to keep himself on track. It's
Mm.
pretty cool.
Wow. You should do that.
Yeah, I think that's a little aggressive for us, but no, I mean, time blocking, I think, is key. Even doing 30-minute time blocking or 15-minute time blocking can really keep you on task.
Yeah, that's actually a good hack. And we've been doing that, I think, most of this year. But as you notice, when you use, like we use Google for a lot of things. So our Google Calendar automatically defaults at 1 hour time block, right? And we've been getting very, I guess, really just looking at exactly what we're scheduling and then adjusting because you can easily adjust it from 15 minutes to
Yeah,
a half hour to an hour. So we're not just putting in an hour time block anymore. We're actually just really getting very finite in what we're doing and saying, okay, we only need 15 minutes, or we're telling the prospect or the potential client or the customer, like, I only have 15 minutes. That's what I'm scheduling you for on my calendar. And we're holding our time hostage, right?
yeah,
Some say that money is the most important commodity, right? Buys everything, right? But we can
yeah,
always earn more money. I believe, and a lot of other people believe, that time is the most important and precious commodity out there because once it's spent, you can't earn any more. We have to remind ourselves daily of what we're focused on because our attention is easily diverted. Being at work with friends, activities, emails, texts, personal interests, housework. It's very easy to be busy jumping from one task to the next. We also have a cell phone, which is attached to us most of the time, or we're in front of a computer like we are right now doing a Zoom call for you guys and downloading our podcasts and videos. But the alerts, the dings, the timers, the ads, all diverting our attention to what we're actually supposed to be focused on.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very easy to be distracted in a world of technology. I mean, you could be busy being productive, but you can't be productive by being busy. So what does that mean? Learn to know the difference between the two. That comes down to understanding the necessary from the unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
What time is being spent making the dollars, growing the business, and what's time being spent on quite the opposite, things that are keeping you away from growing that business.
Yeah. If you wanted to do a task, kind of like a experiment, if you will, a long time ago when I started in sales and in real estate, I had a coach that told me write down all the tasks you do in a day, keep a journal, and do it a half hour at a time. Even if it took an hour, make sure you split it down by a half hour, and write down everything you do for an entire week, right? It's definitely an eye opener to view all the tasks and habits and things you were doing, and find out, then go back through and then highlight all the activities and habits that you want to keep, things that were making you money or things that put you in a good direction or things that got you to where you wanted to go. And once you have all those highlighted, start removing all the ones that you don't have highlighted. And it's just an eye opener to the amount of time that you wasted doing certain things, whether it be watching TV or maybe just, hey, I gossiped in the office for an entire half hour in between something I could have gotten set up for a meeting for. And I blew that,
Yeah. It's like Joe said, it's very eye opening when you really find out what you're wasting your time doing.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you are present when you're in a meeting, on a conference call, or at home with family. When you're at work, be at work. When you're with family or at home, be at home. Don't let them steal from each other. All too often, they tend to blend together and they end up robbing the time from each other. I mean, when you get a call and you're with family, that call could wait. It's not going to be a dire need right then and there. Spend that time with family. Call them back when you have the time blocked for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Be present in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy the moment at hand, so it's not gone and you look back and go, man, I wish I would have seen my son hit that ball, but I was too busy responding to an email from work. And then while you're at work, you're too busy watching a replay of that where you miss an important thing at the meeting. Another one that we've learned, and it's saved us I guess a great deal of time prior to making hires on the team, or prior to even seeing if we're a good fit to help list the property. We learn to ask the important questions up front, right? Trying to find out motivation, what they're about, maybe price, that kind of stuff. How often have you spoke at length with someone or gone back and forth on a deal, right? Only to find that if you ask just a few key questions up front, you could have saved a ton of time. I mean, sometimes, Jeff and I drive an hour for a listing because it's within our range of where we do listings and our price point. And come to find out, they weren't very motivated and they just wanted to see what their home's worth. Well, a lot of times we can do that over the phone or over a Zoom call like we're doing right now. So we've gotten really diligent about asking questions up front to see if like maybe a candidate's a good fit for a place on our team. So
yeah, absolutely. And there's other ways to save time as well. For example, as a human being, we're wired to want to say yes to people, and we need to learn to say no. There are a fixed amount of things for you to focus on that can move you towards the goals that you've set for yourself. But there are an infinite amount of things to distract you away from them. So you know, prioritizing what's important, I think, is where you should start. And it's okay to say no to people when they need things.
It is. I mean, definitely we want you to be there to help people, and we are that way ourselves. We always feel great when we've helped somebody do something, but if it's going to rob your time or take away from things that are more important to you, you have to learn how to say no. And that sets boundaries for people as well. So they understand like, oh, family time is very important to Jeff. I know not to bother him on Sundays, but maybe another day during the week I could, ask for 10, 15 minutes of his time, you know? So if you don't like the way things are, change it, right? You're in control of your own life, hopefully.
Yeah.
Be aware of everything that you do. That again, making that half hour by half hour by half hour over a week's worth of time, you can see all the stuff that you're doing and involved in. Once you have spent your time, there's no getting it back. So you better make sure that you're spending it correctly. Make the most out of life by designing it to actually serve you, right? That's all we have today, guys. Just a quick one for you to listen to or watch wherever you're on social media. Make sure you subscribe so you receive alerts to the new content. You can do that on just about any platform that you're on, right? Share this content with anybody or any person, any team that you think could use it. I mean, sharing it really helps us. Throw some comments in there to see if we could do anything better. And we hope, as always, we impacted your day in a very positive way and that you found value in everything that we bring. Until next time.
Until next time.